Welcome into Sports Talk with Theo Dorsey. South Georgia, let's talk sports. And as the saying goes, it takes a village to raise a child. Moss Farms Diving Club is said village, and the children are the world-class divers they train right in the heart of Moultrie. The team calls itself the Diving Tigers, and just like their mascot, these athletes have earned their stripes since its inception in 1964. 26 Junior Olympic National Championships, 9 Senior National Championships, 8 international championships, and a bevy of achievements that we'll discuss further, because tonight we'll take a deep dive into the facilities, athletes, and fabric of Moss Farms Diving as they help. And I want you guys to help us welcome in the head coach of the Diving Tigers, Chris Heaton. Welcome to the show, and thanks for coming up.
Thanks, Theo. Good to be here.
Now, my first question is, you've been with the team for 3 years. What is the mystique, for those that don't know about Moss Farms Diving and the Diving Tigers, what's the mystique around this program?
Honestly, the tradition, the heritage, the culture, it's what sets it apart from anything else. It's one of the most unique programs that I've ever seen of or heard of.
Right, and I know just recently you guys have a really big achievement this summer, as national championships are every summer, and you want to send athletes. This year you've had 10 athletes qualify, and that started with an event that you guys had right down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Can you talk about how you guys prepared and did in that event, as well as the dividends that it's paying off now?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's a national qualifier, so Zone B championships. So we headed in with a squad of, I believe, 27 athletes. Treated it like any other normal prep that we would do coming into it, but had some really good showings. We had some of the top seeds actually come out of that heading into nationals that we're really excited about. But qualifying 10 is a feat in and of itself. It ranks us among some of the top clubs in the country as far as the talent that we're bringing. So it's exciting. But yeah, so we're looking forward to nationals in Atlanta in just a week and a half, and we're really excited about where we've been this season and where we're going.
Definitely. It's going to be right there in Atlanta, so you guys can go up. And anybody that watches this show and is inspired by this team can maybe take a trip up and watch you guys.
That'd be awesome.
You gave the date for that, for Nationals?
It'll be the 29th through August 4th.
29th through August 4th. So clear your calendars. It's before football season.
Yep, there you go.
And that means you guys should have that free time. You can maybe warm yourself up to that, because diving, a very interesting sport, nice sport to watch. It's not just swimming as well. A lot of people probably confuse some of those when you talk about it. So diving, we'll touch a lot on that tonight. But next, I want to kind of give since we're giving we're highlighting diving right now, I want to highlight those 10 athletes that you guys are having qualifying. I want to start with the 3 female athletes you have: Abby White, Emily Ann Wolfson, Ruth Ann McCraney. And you can talk about, just really briefly, about them 3, how they participated out in Fort Lauderdale, and what you expect to see from them come August. Okay.
So these 3 ladies did actually a pretty good job down there. Had some top performances. I think all of them were had a top 5 performance at least. So did pretty well down there. Going into nationals, we have some possibilities of maybe getting a few into finals, maybe even potentially a medal. So
there it is, and that's what we want to see. We want to see that
absolutely.
Get brought back.
That hardware.
And then on the boys' side, you had lucky number 7 qualify for nationals, and you also won the boys' side in Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yes, sir.
So you won it as a team, and I want to show these 7 guys that we have. We have Bo Bridges, Carson Tyler, Nolan Lewis, Timothy Fagan, Jet Giovanni, Jaden Bowman, and Sky Giovanni. Jet and Sky, I'm guessing related. They're siblings.
Brothers,
there.
yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and can we speak to them and what they're going to be able to do maybe come nationals?
Yeah, so our gentlemen are doing a phenomenal job. It's not common to have as many gentlemen on a team. Diving's not really saturated with guys, but gentlemen are doing a phenomenal job. We had some really good showings from zones, as I mentioned earlier. We had a couple top seed scores out of all zones in the country. I think we had a number 2 spot on 2 different events. We're really excited about. Gentlemen look like they're really focused, laser focused coming into it, which we're excited to see. They like to push each other, they like to razz each other a little bit, so it's always good. So they're keeping the environment light, they're keeping it friendly, but they're pushing each other coming into it. High expectations for the gentlemen, potentially some medals as well, maybe even a title. So we'll see.
There it is. We'll be on the lookout for that as well. And something that this should get the Moultrie and the South Georgia community kind of, up and paying attention right now because you guys have hosted nationals twice, in 2009 and 2016. And I heard this number being thrown around about what that has brought to the community.
Right.
What does it mean for you guys to be able to do that at those facilities, and then talk about that economic boost you got from bringing nationals there?
So hosting in Moultrie is phenomenal. It's an opportunity for our town to really show what Southern hospitality is all about and really show what Moultrie is all about. Bringing nationals down to Moultrie was special in 2016. We were able to bring the governor out. We brought the mayor out for opening ceremonies. We had a bunch of the local shops downtown welcoming the divers with food discounts. They decorated the whole square. It was great. Yeah. But as you mentioned, we had some significant economic impact. We had people staying all around Moultrie and other cities surrounding. There's just over $4 million of economic impact from the beginning to end of nationals, which is very significant.
That's significant. You buried the lead there. $4 million. That's it. That's big. Pay attention. This is big for the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we could talk about even after that, you guys are going to be on the road this time in Atlanta, but still it's going to be great to watch. And then I want to speak to what is it about the team that separates itself from other programs around. And I think one of the big things is that facility you have there, the Moose Moss Aquatic Center. It was erected in 1993. You got the indoor facility, you got the outdoor. I mean, can you speak to what these amenities are and how it separates this team from other teams?
So 2013 to 2016, we were recognized by the United States Olympic Committee and USA Diving as a regional dryland training center, which is quite an honor to have. We were one of the top 5 dryland centers in the entire country. That includes all colleges. Yeah. I still, to this day, would put us top notch, virtually second to none with some of the upgrades that we've had. Our training facility is probably still to this day, even though it was built in '93, one of the top outdoor facilities in the entire world. Which is very significant. If you build it, they will come, kind of a mentality. Moose was a true visionary. He had an amazing idea, ran with it, and we're reaping the benefits of his hard work right now. So something that sets us apart, I think it's where we come from. I think it's our culture that we have, kind of that underdog type of mentality, step up to the fight, take the challenge, and run with it. So.
There it is. And I like how you're embracing it as well. I know you're a Midwest guy. You're from Ohio, but you're getting embedded into this Moultrie thing. Right. I love it. Right. And lastly, somebody else who's maybe from, not even from this country, from China, Coach Chu Yiming, who made a visit this summer and he echoed what you said. He was thoroughly impressed by the center. What did that visit mean to the team, and what did he come out of there thinking?
We'll see. I mean, so we're still talking about what his vision versus what our vision would look like, and if they can come together. With that being said, it was phenomenal to have an internationally recognized Hall of Fame Olympic coach to come in. Yeah. In your earlier segment, you mentioned 20 Olympic medals. He is the greatest decorated coach of diving of all time, any country. Yeah. And he was right here in Moultrie, Georgia. The kids had a phenomenal time learning from him. Enjoyed listening to him. They were able to get quite a bit out of his visit. We're hoping to continue talking with him, just seeing what that would look like for our program down the road. We already have world-class facilities and, in my opinion, some really great coaching. With his help, could potentially be an international powerhouse.
Right. So. And speaking of Coach Yiming, I mean, some people might not know who that is, so that might have been a good question for trivia, which is coming up next after this break. So we're going to bring the 2 Johns in after the break. Your assistant coach, my guy John Barron, and we're going to do some trivia and see if you can, we're going to test your knowledge.
Let's duke it out.
There it is. Welcome back to Sports Talk with Theo Dorsey. You saw me and Coach Chris Heaton already, but we're joined now by the 2 Johns, John Barron, John Fox of the Moose Moss Aquatic Center and Moss Farms Diving, and we're about to get into some trivia.
Yeah, guys, thank you so much again for joining us. But, this time I think Theo's going to be looking for a little bit of revenge. Last week, Theo did not meet the standards and lost to Coach last time. That was unfortunate, but this time he's not going to take it easy because he is definitely looking for some revenge this week. But I think you guys will be all right, okay? So we're going to have 9 questions. As you guys already know, there's 9 questions. The first 3 will be multiple choice. I will provide all those 3 answers, but unfortunately, you have to choose one of them, and the person that does not get that right, the last 6, if the person does not get it right who rang it in, they had the opportunity to steal, okay? So there will be 9 total questions. First 3 would be multiple choice. Person ringing in first gets the answer right, gets the ball first. So let's get it going, all right? Let's do it. Question number 1. How many Olympic medals does Michael Phelps have, 28 or 23?
23.
No.
28.
It is 28. Unfortunately, since that's multiple choice, you do not get it. And you did say that Michael Phelps would be the only person she would know poll-wise, and you got it wrong.
I knew that too. I didn't.
Yeah, he had 23 gold medals, though.
That's what I was thinking.
He had 28, and I could have said 10.
So I was thinking gold medal. I'm a gold medal
All
guy.
right, well, right now, nobody has it, okay? So we're going to go to the second question. You guys ready? All right, when was the last time the Georgia Bulldogs won the national title? 1980 or 1992?
What sport?
Football.
Okay.
I believe it was 80.
That is correct.
All right.
All right. Cool.
There you go. You guys get one. There you go.
It's all good. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
My goodness. No. All right, so last multiple choice question. Question number 3. Which singer has not performed at a Super Bowl? Britney Spears or Van Halen?
Britney Spears.
No, it is Van Halen.
I don't even know what that is. Cool. Great.
That's fantastic. Van Halen. All
Big
right,
hair.
So that was the
Big
last.
Big hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
All right, so that was the last multiple choice question. So this is question number 4. This time, there will be no answers provided, so obviously you guys will have to provide the answer.
Right.
You guys ready? The movie Moneyball was based on a major league program. What sport was it?
Baseball.
That
Y'all
is correct.
listen, say
Oakland
something.
A's too.
It's 2 of y'all. Y'all need to be fast as a bell now.
That's right.
All right.
Got to get to it quick.
All right, calm down. You're tied. All right. All right. Next question. UCLA is known for being one of the most awarded schools in the nation. What is their mascot?
The Bruins. Come on
That
now.
is correct.
And I'm
Just
hooping with this
slow.
one.
We're just slow.
I'm hooping with this one. John Wooden.
All right, he's up by
Kareem.
1, guys. Hold
He's the
on.
man.
Talk about a breakaway.
All right. Give him a little hope.
get
Here we go.
All right, ready, guys? Next question. Theo's up by 1. 2-1 is the score.
Double.
What is the highest boxing weight class? Come on. Come on, please.
Super heavyweight.
Oh, my God. No, you guys. You guys ready? You get the
You got it?
steal.
I think you got it.
I don't know. He said super. I would go heavyweight, but
No, it is cruiserweight.
cruiserweight.
Cruiserweight was what
I didn't know
thinking,
that.
to be
I
honest.
legit
never
didn't know
know
that.
no
I
one.
thought it was super heavyweight.
I said cruiserweight.
Bruiser, though.
Oh, I
would've-
get you.
Cruiserweight.
Play on words. This guy.
Yeah, this guy's good.
No one gets that one. It was cruiserweight. All right,
Okay.
so next question. Which national team has dominated the Olympics in the past?
What?
The United States.
That is correct.
Okay.
That's still dominating in the past and the present. That was so ambiguous.
Just the
That
Olympics.
works. That works. That works.
That is
Sounds
correct.
good.
USA. Yeah,
Right on.
you start looking up questions.
I was looking for a sport to follow.
It was just all around. All right. Which country has played in every single World Cup since its start? This is soccer.
Thank you.
Spain.
No.
Okay. Every World Cup, we're talking soccer. We're talking about good. Let's go Germany.
No, we are going with Brazil.
Brazil.
Yes, it was
Pele.
close.
It's close.
It was, yeah.
Right,
I did think you guys were going to get that one
Neymar.
because when you said Spain, I thought maybe you would get it, and I was wrong.
You were wrong.
All right,
As were we.
all right. This is the last question. This is the tiebreaker.
Oh,
okay?
man.
So we're tied at 2 apiece. Will Theo redeem himself?
I don't lose.
I don't know.
Go to the bell quick.
Dude, I lost last week. All right, guys, ready? Who won the college football national championship back in 2008?
Easy. That's easy money for
He
me.
doesn't know it. If he keeps
That's
doing this,
easy
he
money
doesn't.
for me
He
is
does
what I'm
not know
telling
it
you
if
guys.
he keeps doing this.
Alabama.
No.
2008.
You were a senior.
How long did they get
2,
to?
7, 8.
How long did they get to deliberate?
Dude, I don't know, man. 2008. I don't know, man.
Oh, I know now. I know now.
Because
Is it too late? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, that makes sense.
do you guys have an answer?
Just go with something.
Colquitt County.
Yeah, Colquitt County Packers.
Yeah.
That's got to be
Yeah,
it. We'll go with that one. Let's say Auburn.
No, Florida Gators.
Oh my gosh, that's when they beat Ohio State. Oh
We-
my god. No, Ohio State was 7.
Oklahoma when they beat
They beat
Oklahoma.
Ohio State was
Yes.
2007. That's
Yes,
right.
it was Florida Gators, 2008
Back to back.
national champions.
So what do we do? We tied
Oh
now.
man, you guys tied. Who can?
Gotta get a
Thompson
tiebreaker.
question?
Yeah, no. What?
Nope,
Okay.
we don't
When was Colquitt County national champions? Since you-
2015.
There we
go.
go.
They
win.
win. Good stuff, y'all. Well, we'll be right back after this break, and we're going to talk more about the champions that are the Moss Farms Dynasty. Welcome back to the show. I'm Theo, a sore loser now because I lost to these two guys, Chris Heaton of Moss Farms, and we got John Fox, the winners. I should have known and John Barron of WALB. Now, you went to practice out in Moultrie, right?
Yes, I did. Now, I got the chance to sit down actually at their practice and kind of see how these guys work. I mean, that is something amazing. Just being able to sit there on the sideline and look at your practice and see how things work, I mean, that's amazing. And really, you guys are, going and competing for national titles all the time, but you guys are also going to have these kids try to go to college, and that's something big that you guys were focusing on, and that's something else we got a chance to take a look at. So let's go ahead and take a look at this package. Moss Farms has a long history of producing national champions and college divers. Over 80 national champions have taken to these boards and landed as the best in the nation.
It gives me a chance to improve and show off my work and how hard I've been working. Just gives me a chance to show everybody that what I've been doing.
It seems fit for this place to produce the athletes it does. From the moment it was founded back in 1965, it has been the home of the 2016 junior and senior national diving competition and has produced over 80 national champions.
Definitely makes my parents proud, and if they're proud, I'm proud of myself, and it just feels good to represent the team and just do well for everyone.
For all these kids, they want to be a national champion, but the real goal is to go to college for something they love, and for many, that goal has been reached.
It means so much to me. Like, ever since I started diving, that was always a goal of mine, like one of the biggest goals of mine. So that was always, it's been so amazing that I've achieved something so great.
Moss Farms also holds a number that they are probably even more proud of than any amount of national titles. 50, the number of divers who have gone on to a Division I school to get an education while doing what they love.
Yes, I'm so excited to go to Georgia and just see where life takes me.
But before the decision of which college to choose is made, the task in front of them is to go to nationals and be champions.
It means a lot because I just like supporting this pool. Like, I want to show what we can do and what I can do.
And you saw it right there. Kellyanne going to UGA. She's already signed, correct? So she's almost on her way to UGA. Something I know you guys are very proud of, to see her, so much success for you guys, but then to also go and carry it on to UGA. Is that something that you guys are always making sure that you tell your kids, hey, we want to strive to be the best, but really at the end of the day, it's about what you guys do with your education.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was part of Moose's vision in the beginning, was to provide that kind of opportunity for all kinds of kids in South Georgia. So we're continuing with that legacy.
Perfect. And how often do you guys usually have, like you saw there was, the Louisville coach coming out and kind of looking at some of your divers. How often do you guys usually have coaches come out to your practices?
Quite frequently, actually. We've had the SMU coach come out. I think Auburn's taking a look at us next week, potentially. We're one of the teams that are producing some talent that coaches are interested in. So it's exciting for sure.
Gotcha. Well, we're going to dive into more of what makes you guys different and how you're able to bring out some of that talent and the coaches right after this break. Welcome back to Sports Talk. Again, I'm John Barron. We're joined with Theo Dorsey and of course, guys, thank you so much for joining us with, Moss Farms Diving. You guys, the legacy of Moose Moss has continued even after his passing. His coaching from 64 to 93. He kind of got started with his kids in a bullpen, correct? They kind of filled it up with water just for something for his kids to kind of be excellent and strive for, correct? How's that story kind of started?
Well, Chris and I moved to Moultrie about 3 years ago, and Moose's legacy really permeates through the community. Anybody that you talk to about Moose knew that he was a man of character and integrity, and he had a vision and had a passion about diving. And his wife kind of urged him along to help his kids become excellent at something, and being that he was a man of character, he went and learned from some of the best coaches in the country, and brought that knowledge back to South Georgia to give back to our kids.
And John, you and I were kind of talking a little bit, his legacy continuing after his passing. In his passing in 93, they named the Coach of the Year award after him, correct? The Moose Moss,
right.
The award for Coach of the Year.
Right, so at USA Diving Nationals, when we're there in about a week, they will name one junior coach in the year, the National Coach of the Year, and that award is named after Moose. And that award also is named through the YMCA national title the Coach of the Year is also named after Moose Moss.
That's impressive stuff there. I like to see that. That means that not only is that legacy great here in South Georgia, but nationally known. So thank you guys so much for joining us from Moss Farms.
Been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure having you guys. Thanks
John.
to the whole crew. And we'll see you next Thursday night on Sports Talk with Theo. Have a good night.